On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Creationist.
A person who believes in the literal interpretation of religious texts, particularly the Bible, and holds that the universe and living things were created by a divine or supernatural force rather than through natural processes.
Examples:
Creationist claim. Creationist theory. The old Earth creationist believed God created the universe and all life on Earth.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
Probable outcome. Probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Anxious.
Worried and nervous.
Examples:
Anxious about his health. An anxious look. He cast anxious glances behind her.
Uneasy.
Causing or feeling anxiety or discomfort.
Examples:
Have uneasy eyes. Uneasy relationship. He was uneasy about the situation and didn't know what to do.
Darwinism.
The theory of evolution proposed by Charles Darwin, stating that species evolve through natural selection, survival of the fittest, and adaptation to the environment.
Examples:
Digital Darwinism. Economic Darwinism. The concept of social Darwinism was often misused to justify socioeconomic inequalities.
Spider.
A small, eight-legged creature that spins webs to catch insects as food, a computer program that systematically browses the World Wide Web for purposes of web indexing.
Examples:
Spider venom. Web spider. The spider spun an intricate web in the corner of the room.
Evolution.
A gradual process of transformation of living things.
Examples:
Human evolution. Evolution theory. They study the evolution of the universe.
Beaver.
A large, semi-aquatic rodent with a wide, flat tail and webbed feet, noted for its ability to build dams and lodges.
Examples:
Beaver dam. An eager beaver. The mountain beaver built a dam to block the stream.
Dam.
A wall constructed over a river to block the flow of water, mainly used to generate energy.
Examples:
Dam building program. Dam collapsing. The break in the dam threatened the valley.
Ingenuity.
The quality of inventing things or solving problems in clever new ways.
Examples:
The infinite ingenuity of man. Abound in ingenuity. Creativity and ingenuity are often brought about by extreme concentration.
Evolutionary.
Relating to or denoting how living things develop or change from earlier forms.
Examples:
Ecology and evolutionary biology. The evolutionary process. Evolutionary algorithms can find ways to optimize that humans do not anticipate.
Resistant.
Not affected by something, especially changes or new ideas, of or relating to immunity to disease or infection.
Examples:
Penicillin-resistant bacteria. Resistant to persuasion. Insects in urban areas are becoming resistant to insecticides.
Woods.
A dense area of trees and shrubs, typically forming a forest or woodland, a place of natural beauty and tranquility, a golf club used for hitting long shots, also known as a driver.
Examples:
Mystery woods. Deep woods. The woods behind the house are a great place to hike and explore.
Pasture.
An area of land used for grazing livestock.
Examples:
Pasture for sheep. Permanent pasture. The cows were grazing in the pasture.
Ant.
A very small insect that lives under the ground or in a mound in highly organized groups.
Examples:
A white ant. Ant bite. We can find many large ant mounds in this area.
Crawl.
To move forward slowly, as people or animals with their bodies near the ground.
Examples:
Crawl across the floor. Crawl away from a car. Along the gravel roads, sizable yellow school buses crawl.
Blade.
The flat part of a knife, weapon, or machine with a very thin edge used for cutting.
Examples:
A blade of grass. The blade of a turbine. The blade of the katana itself is still in excellent condition.
Aid.
Things sent to help countries in need, notably food or money, support.
Examples:
Financial aid. Country-by-country aid programs. Pakistan's aid budget was still being reviewed.
Achieve.
To successfully complete a task or goal, often through hard work, perseverance, and dedication, to attain or accomplish something that one has set out to do.
Examples:
Achieve success. Achieve milestones. I will work hard to achieve my goals and realize my dreams.
Fluke.
A stroke of luck or chance, often resulting in a positive outcome or unexpected success, an accidental or unplanned occurrence.
Examples:
Lucky fluke. Fluke accident. Winning the lottery was just a fluke. I didn't expect it to happen.
Lancet.
A sharp, pointed surgical instrument used for making incisions or punctures, typically in medical procedures.
Examples:
Lancet device. Surgical lancet. The doctor used a lancet for a small incision on the patient's skin.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Worm.
A long, thin creature with a soft and long cylindrical tube-like body, no limbs, and a lack of eyes.
Examples:
Wiggly worms. Can of worms. Worms help dispose of the food waste produced by humans.
Parasitic.
Living off another organism to the detriment of the host.
Examples:
Parasitic relationship. Brood parasitic bird. The parasitic plant was able to survive by stealing nutrients from its host.
Stomach.
The internal organ in the body where food is digested, situated in the abdomen, the part of the body below the chest that contains the stomach.
Examples:
Upset stomach. Stomach virus. I have a stomach ache after overeating junk food.
Cow.
A domesticated mammal with characteristic features such as a hump, large udders, and curved horns that is raised for its milk or meat.
Examples:
Cowherd. Dairy cow. The farmer milked the cows every morning before breakfast.
Cycle.
An interval during which a recurring sequence of events occurs, a bicycle or motorcycle.
Examples:
The cycle of the seasons. Go to the workplace by cycle. The food chain causes a material cycle.
Salmon.
A type of fish that is commonly found in the North Atlantic and North Pacific Oceans.
Examples:
Salmon fishery. Salmon migration. Grilled salmon is a popular dish at summer barbecues.
Upstream.
In the direction against a stream's current, adverb, toward the source or beginning of a stream, river, or process.
Examples:
Swim upstream. Upstream direction. The company is investing heavily in upstream research and development.
Spawn.
To lay eggs or to produce offspring, to cause something to develop.
Examples:
Spawn in spring. Spawn a new concept. The salmon swims upstream to spawn in the place they were released.
Commandeer.
To take control or possession of something, usually by force or without the owner's consent. To requisition something, typically a vehicle or building, for military use.
Examples:
Commandeer a vehicle. Commandeer private property. The army decided to commandeer the local hotel as a temporary headquarters.
Pass.
No longer fashionable or current, outdated, considered to be old-fashioned or out of date.
Examples:
Passé entertainment. Passé trend. Bell-bottom jeans, once considered passé fashion, have made a surprising comeback in recent years.
Terrain.
The physical features of a piece of land, including hills, valleys, rivers, and forests.
Examples:
Terrain map. Permafrost terrain. The mountainous terrain was rough and rocky.
Hijack.
To seize control of an airplane or other vehicle during an operation, especially with violence.
Examples:
Hijack a helicopter. Hijack a phone number. He made a desperate effort to hijack an airliner.
Parasite.
An organism that lives on or in another organism and benefits by deriving nutrients at the other's expense.
Examples:
Blood-sucking parasite. Parasite disease. Tapeworms are parasites that live in the intestines of humans and animals.
Infect.
To affect a person, an animal, or a plant with a disease-causing organism.
Examples:
Infect other animal species. Infect a computer with a virus. Children often infect parents with this head cold.
Induce.
To persuade someone to do something, to cause to act in a specific manner.
Examples:
Induce a crisis. Induce him to see a doctor. The lack of sleep induces both physical and psychological diseases.
Suicide.
The act of killing yourself intentionally.
Examples:
Commit suicide. Suicide attack. In an economically prosperous country, most male suicide is due to child support problems.
Scary.
Causing fear or fright, frightening, intimidating.
Examples:
Scary dream. Scary story. The horror movie was so scary that I couldn't watch it alone.
Behalf.
Represent, advantage, benefit, the interest of someone.
Examples:
On behalf of our management. On his own behalf. I gave witness on her behalf.
Genetic.
Of or relating to genes, equals parts of the DNA in cells, or the science of genes.
Examples:
Have genetic testing. A genetic disorder. Understanding protein folding is a vital step in deciphering the genetic code.
Fitness.
The quality or state of being physically fit and healthy, the ability to perform physical tasks and activities with ease and efficiency.
Examples:
Fitness level. Fitness instructor. Regular exercise is crucial for maintaining one's fitness.
Surrender.
To cease resistance to an enemy or opponent and submit to their authority.
Examples:
Surrender at discretion. Surrender an insurance policy. The enemy was forced to surrender after a long battle.
Submission.
The act of giving a document, proposal, etc., to somebody for consideration or judgment, the act of giving in or yielding to a superior force or authority.
Examples:
Submission agreement. Submission of a final report. The submission deadline for the project is next week.
Self-interest.
The fact or action of only considering their own interests and of not caring about others.
Examples:
Unaffected by self-interest. Material self-interest. The company's donation was undoubtedly motivated by self-interest.
Sizable.
Large in size or amount.
Examples:
Sizable portion. Sizable audience. He has a sizable fortune and is one of the wealthiest people in the city.
Minority.
The smaller part of a group, especially a number or part representing less than half of the whole, a period before adult legal age.
Examples:
A minority position. Number of minority students. Some ethnic minority groups experience discrimination in society.
Population.
The total number of people in a country, region, or location.
Examples:
Population change. Labor population. In just 4 years, the population has doubled.
Justice.
The quality of being fair and reasonable and treating people equally according to their due.
Examples:
Criminal justice. Justice of heaven. The judge's ruling was based on the principles of justice and fairness.
Communist.
Relating to or supporting the political ideology of communism, equals a form of socialism that abolishes private ownership.
Examples:
Communist Party. Communist activist. During the Cold War, many countries feared the spread of communist ideology.
Capitalism.
An economic system based on the private ownership of the means of production and their operation for profit.
Examples:
Advance capitalism. Under the umbrella of capitalism. Capitalism also guarantees intellectual property rights and thus promotes innovation.
Catholicism.
The faith, doctrines, and practices of the Roman Catholic Church, characterized by belief in the Holy Trinity, the divinity of Jesus Christ, the authority of the Pope, and the sacraments.
Examples:
Catholicism doctrine. Philosophy of Catholicism. The Vatican is the spiritual center of Catholicism and the residence of the Pope.
Infectious.
Able to be passed quickly from one person, animal, or plant to another, especially through air or water.
Examples:
An infectious fever. Person's smile is infectious. Leprosy is an indolent infectious disease.
Abuse.
The use of something in an incorrect or harmful manner.
Examples:
The problem of drug abuse. Victim of sexual abuse. Our company has an audit team that monitors directors for abuse of authority.
Unthinkingly.
Without careful thought or consideration, reflexively or automatically, in a manner that lacks mindfulness or awareness.
Examples:
Respond unthinkingly. Unthinkingly follow. She unthinkingly agreed to the terms of the contract without reading it thoroughly.
Engineer.
A person whose job is designing, building, or maintaining something such as machines, structures, or software.
Examples:
A civil engineer. Engineer shortage. The engineer will repair my telephone tomorrow morning.
Brilliant.
Extremely clever, skilled, or impressive.
Examples:
Brilliant idea. Brilliant performance. The more brilliant you are, the more people around you look at you with envy and jealousy.
Out of the box.
Referring to something unconventional, innovative, or creative, not adhering to traditional or mainstream approaches or ideas, of or relating to a product, solution, or way of thinking that is original or unique.
Examples:
Out of the box thinking. Out of the box solution. The new software comes with many out-of-the-box features that enhance productivity.
Infection.
A condition in which pathogenic microorganisms or viruses have entered the body.
Examples:
A bacterial infection. Treat the infection with antibiotics. Hospitals must meet various standards to prevent nosocomial infections.
Philosophy.
The study of general and fundamental questions, such as those about existence, reason, knowledge, values, mind.
Examples:
Philosophy of education. Western philosophy. Ethics is a branch of philosophy.
Occupation.
A person's job or profession, the act of taking possession.
Examples:
Occupation disease. Occupation of a building. The police stopped the suspicious person and asked him to give his name, address, and occupation.
Hazard.
Something dangerous and likely to cause damage.
Examples:
Occupational hazard. Potential health hazards. Lost mobile phones lead to another potential hazard regarding privacy.
Bumper.
A device, typically made of rubber or metal, that projects from the front or rear of a vehicle and absorbs impact in the event of a collision. A metal bar on a vehicle used to push objects out of the way.
Examples:
Bumper crop. Bumper sale. The bumper of my car was dented in the accident.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples:
Stick a key in a lock. Fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Dedicate.
To give all of your energy, time, etc., entirely to a specific person, activity, or cause, to set apart for a particular purpose or use.
Examples:
Dedicate a few hours. Dedicate a chapter to the subject. He dedicated his life to helping others.
Replace.
To take the place of something.
Examples:
Replace one word with another. Replace a phone. Eventually, the new design will replace all older models.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology. Cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Imperative.
Very important or requiring attention or action.
Examples:
Moral imperative. Imperative need. It is imperative for politicians to be effective communicators.
Maxim.
A well-known phrase that expresses a general or fundamental truth, principle, or rule for behavior.
Examples:
Old maxim. Act upon a maxim. A good maxim is never out of season.
Grandchild.
A child of someone's son or daughter.
Examples:
grandchild-grandparent relationship, grandchild development. The grandparents take care of their grandchild while the parents are at work.
Profound.
Extremely great, sensed or experienced very strongly, displaying a high level of knowledge or comprehension.
Examples:
a profound book, the profound depths of the sea. My mother's illness had a profound impact on us all.
Subordinate.
Of lower rank or importance, often used to describe a person in a position of inferiority or inferior status, serving as a secondary or supporting element to something else.
Examples:
subordinate position, subordinate role. The CEO's subordinate employees were expected to follow his instructions without question.
Unmistakable.
Clearly recognizable, impossible to mistake or misunderstand.
Examples:
find unmistakable evidence, unmistakable difference. His talent for singing is unmistakable.
Replicate.
To make an exact copy of something, to repeat a process or experiment to confirm the results.
Examples:
replicate the cell, replicate data. The experiment was replicated several times to ensure accuracy.
Invention.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation, the act of inventing.
Examples:
the invention of new techniques, common invention. Necessity is the mother of invention.
Meme.
A cultural idea, value, or pattern of behavior that is passed from one generation to another by imitation rather than genetic means, as an internet meme, an image, a video, a piece of text, etc., that is remixed, copied, and circulated in a shared cultural experience online.
Examples:
pronounce meme, religious meme. This cute dog's photo spread around the world as an internet meme.
Vivid.
Producing very clear, powerful, and detailed images in the mind.
Examples:
vivid colors, still vivid in my memory. She made a vivid impression.
Selfish.
Concerned primarily with one's profit or pleasure without regard for others, forming or arising from a person's self or interest.
Examples:
selfish motive, selfish desire. His selfish ambition caused him to step on others to climb the corporate ladder.
Gene.
The fundamental unit of heredity and the sequence of nucleotides in DNA that codes for the creation of RNA or protein.
Examples:
gene expression, gene cloning. A defective gene is responsible for the disease.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Intent.
A strong determination or attention to do or achieve something. Adjective, having a strong determination to do or achieve something.
Examples:
The intent of a question. Intent gaze. The designer's intent was to create a minimalist aesthetic for the interior of the building.
Misuse.
The act of using something in an unsuitable way or for the wrong purpose.
Examples:
The misuse of company money. Protect the database from misuse. Drug misuse is associated with mental health disorders.
Scared.
Afraid or frightened.
Examples:
Scared all the time. Scared dog. I'm scared of insects.
Caricature.
A representation or depiction of someone or something that exaggerates or distorts certain features or characteristics for comic or satirical effect. A picture, description, or imitation that is amusingly exaggerated or distorted.
Examples:
Caricature of the president. Digital caricature. The political caricature in the newspaper was satirical and accurately portrayed the current situation.
Dire.
Extremely serious or urgent, critical, grave, or disastrous.
Examples:
Suffer dire poverty. Dire situation. The dire economic straits called for immediate action.
Misapprehension.
A misunderstanding or mistaken belief, an incorrect or flawed understanding of a situation, concept, or information.
Examples:
Misapprehension about the situation. Common misapprehension. The politician's statements were based on a misapprehension of the facts.
Benign.
Kind and gentle, not harmful or malicious.
Examples:
Benign tumor. A benign smile. The lump was discovered to be benign, and no further treatment was needed.
Variant.
Something that is slightly different from others of the same type.
Examples:
Variant types of pigeon. A variant of the same word. The first variant of the virus appeared in less than a month.
Virus.
A tiny infectious organic material that causes disease in people, animals, and plants.
Examples:
Spread of the virus. A strain of virus. An infected person in the hospital will likely pass the virus to others.
Viral.
Relating to or caused by a virus.
Examples:
Fight viral infections. Detect a viral code. This device can more accurately detect viral pathogens.
Telecom.
A shortened form of telecommunications, the communication of information over long distances through various means such as phones, television, radio, and the Internet.
Examples:
Telecom industry. Telecom service providers. The telecom company is planning to launch a new smartphone next month.
String.
Long, thin material used for tying things together, composed of several twisted threads.
Examples:
Retie the string and make it strong. Tense piano strings. She wore a string of pearls around her neck.
Nucleus.
The central and most important part of something. Biology, a part of the cell containing DNA and RNA and responsible for growth and reproduction. Physics, the very dense central region of an atom.
Examples:
Form a nucleus. The nucleus of a team. DNA is stored in the nucleus of a cell.
Acid.
Sour, water-soluble chemicals with a sour flavor, any of a variety of generally liquid compounds capable of reacting with and occasionally dissolving other materials.
Examples:
An acid reaction. Good source of essential amino acids. During pregnancy, the stomach generates less acid than usual.
Attitude.
The way you think and feel about someone or something.
Examples:
Attitude toward mistakes. Attitude control. She had the attitude that work was fun.
Competition.
A situation in which someone is attempting to beat or outperform another.
Examples:
The first round of the competition. Interspecific competition. Global competition is rising in virtually every industry.
Packet.
A small container or envelope that holds one or more items typically used for storing or transporting items like food, medicine, or marketing materials.
Examples:
Packet delivery. Packet data network. I need to buy a packet of biscuits from the store.
Silicon.
A chemical element with the symbol C that is a hard, brittle crystalline solid with a blue-gray metallic luster and used for the transistors and integrated circuit chips in computers.
Examples:
Silicon wafer. Crystalline silicon. Silicon is the second most abundant element on Earth after oxygen.
Medium.
Of a size, amount, or level that is average or intermediate. Noun, a means or instrumentality for storing or communicating information.
Examples:
Medium color. An advertising medium. The medium-sized shirt fits him perfectly.
Ontology.
A branch of metaphysics concerned with the nature of being and the existence.
Examples:
Medical ontology. Ontology theory. The ontology of the universe is a complex and constantly evolving concept.
Pronounced.
Clearly and distinctly expressed or noticeable, emphasized.
Examples:
Clearly pronounced utterances. Pronounced difference. The chef's herbs and spices gave the dish a pronounced flavor.
Extinct.
No longer in existence.
Examples:
Extinct by human activity. Long extinct volcano. Many species have become extinct due to habitat destruction and other human activities.
Creed.
A system of beliefs or principles.
Examples:
Political creed. Creed of faith. The creed of the organization emphasized hard work and dedication.
Celibate.
Abstaining from sexual relations, typically for religious reasons, unmarried or single.
Examples:
Celibate life. Celibate priest. As a monk, he took a vow of celibate and refrained from any romantic relationships.
Priest.
A person who performs religious duties and ceremonies, especially in the Christian faith.
Examples:
Priest in clerical garb. Faithful priest. He was ordained as a priest in the Catholic Church.
Survive.
To live or exist despite a dangerous event or period.
Examples:
Survive a blizzard. Survive a plane crash. These birds can only survive in temperate climates.
Widow.
A woman whose spouse has died and who is not remarried.
Examples:
Widow pension. A war widow. She became a widow after her husband passed away.
Orphan.
A child whose parents are dead or have abandoned them.
Examples:
Orphan care. Asylum for orphan children. The little girl was a war orphan and lived in a group home.
Foster.
To promote a growth, to take care of another person's child, usually for a limited time, without becoming their legal parents.
Examples:
Foster a better relationship. Foster two kids. The pastor contributed to fostering the sense of a community embracing all classes.
Supple.
Flexible and easy to bend or move, gracefully agile, adaptable or responsive to change or new ideas.
Examples:
Supple muscles. Supple leather. The ballerina's supple movements left the audience mesmerized.
Convert.
To turn something into a different form, to transform.
Examples:
Convert fat into energy. Convert base 10 to base 16. I want to convert my sadness into strength.
Principle.
A fundamental law or truth that explains or controls how something happens or works.
Examples:
Principle of treatment. Principle in business. Efficiency isn't an essential principle here, fairness is.
Celibacy.
Abstention from sexual relations and marriage, especially for religious reasons.
Examples:
Life of celibacy. Celibacy certificate. The monk took a vow of celibacy and dedicated his life to the monastery.
Proselytize.
To try to convert someone to a new belief or opinion, typically a religious or political one, to advocate or spread a particular doctrine or ideology.
Examples:
Proselytize beliefs. Proselytize religion. Some missionaries attempt to proselytize their faith to those who are not interested.
Spite.
Feelings of anger and resentment, in spite of, also despite, a phrase that is used to indicate that something happened or exists even though there is a particular obstacle or difficulty.
Examples:
Bear spite against him. Die in spite of intensive care. He did it out of spite, to annoy me.
Genetically.
In a way that relates to or is produced by genes, equals the units in the cells of a living thing received by an animal or plant from its parents, or heredity.
Examples:
Genetically inherited traits. Genetically manipulated plant. The genetically modified crops were resistant to pests and required less water.
Flourish.
To grow or develop vigorously or successfully.
Examples:
Flourish economically. Flourish worldwide. The Ottoman Empire flourished for over 5 centuries.
Negative.
Having the quality of something bad or harmful, expressing refusal.
Examples:
Have a negative effect. A negative number. The movie has received almost universally negative criticism.
Aft.
The opposite of forward, located at or towards the rear or back of a ship, aircraft, or other vehicle.
Examples:
aft cabin, aft view. The aft section of the ship suffered significant damage after the collision with the reef.
Essentially.
Relating to the essential features or concepts of anything.
Examples:
essentially correct. Become essentially sane. Essentially, a society is an organism.
Sterilize.
To make something free of all forms of life, especially bacteria or viruses, by using heat, chemicals, or radiation.
Examples:
sterilize chemically. Sterilize surfaces. The nurse sterilized the instruments before the surgery to prevent any infections.
Render.
To bring someone or something into a particular state, to provide something such as service, help, etc.
Examples:
render an assessment. Render the contract void. The jury must render a decision on this complex case.
Sterile.
Free from living microorganisms, especially bacteria, fungi, and viruses, incapable of reproducing.
Examples:
sterile environment. A sterile man. Surgeons must use sterile instruments to prevent infection during an operation.
Implication.
Something that is inferred or indirectly stated, the act or fact of being involved in something.
Examples:
the implication in a crime. The implication of a word. His poem has a very significant implication.
Perspective.
A certain attitude towards something, a particular style of thinking about something.
Examples:
a perspective view. Perspective of the battle. His father's death changed his whole perspective on life.
Recommend.
To suggest that someone or something would be a suitable fit for a particular purpose or role.
Examples:
recommend a hospitalization. Recommend reading. We recommend taking media training every 6 months.
Diamond.
A precious stone made from pure carbon, typically transparent and colorless, but possibly tinted in various colors, a shape or arrangement resembling the geometric form of a diamond.
Examples:
diamond ring. Diamond necklace. The engagement ring was adorned with a large, sparkling diamond.
Steel.
A strong metal alloy made up of iron with typically a few tenths of a % of carbon used for making things that need a strong structure.
Examples:
magnetic steel. Steel beam. This bridge is the third largest steel bridge in the world.
Germ.
A very tiny living that causes the disease, A piece of something such as an organism, concept, etc., capable of growing into a new one or part of one.
Examples:
Antibiotic-resistant germ. A germ-free environment. The germ of his idea came from watching birds flying in flocks.
Conquer.
To bring under control by force or authority.
Examples:
Conquer fatal disease. Conquer the world. You must conquer your anxiety about driving.
Hemisphere.
Half of the terrestrial globe, half of a sphere.
Examples:
Northern hemisphere. Cerebral hemisphere. This weather pattern is unique to the southern hemisphere.
Explorer.
A person who travels to places where no one or few people have been before to find out what is there.
Examples:
Team of explorers. A polar explorer. Aboriginal people killed the explorer who entered the sacred land for them.
Immune.
Protected against a particular disease or toxin due to the presence of specific antibodies or sensitized white blood cells.
Examples:
Immune from criminal prosecution. The cell of the immune system. The vaccination does not necessarily make you completely immune.
Tolerate.
To allow something to exist or happen, even if it is disliked or opposed.
Examples:
Tolerate his disrespectful behavior. Tolerate ambiguity. I can't tolerate spicy food, and it always gives me heartburn.
Domesticate.
To take control of animals or plants to provide food, power, or company.
Examples:
Easy to domesticate. Domesticate the plant. We domesticate cows to gain milk and meat.
Pathogen.
A bacterium, virus, or other microorganism that causes disease.
Examples:
Plant pathogen. The pathogen in the air. mRNA vaccines are approved faster because they do not contain inactivated pathogens.
Wipe.
To clean or dry something by rubbing with a piece of cloth or paper or one's hand and removing dirt, food, or liquid.
Examples:
Wipe off dirt. Wipe with water. Please wipe your sweat with this towel.
Native.
Connecting with or describing someone's birth country or place of birth, or someone born in a specific country or place.
Examples:
Native to Africa. Native language. The vegetation here is almost wholly native.
Immunity.
The ability of an organism to resist infection or disease, often due to the presence of antibodies.
Examples:
Immunity booster. Immunity response. Vaccination is an effective way to build immunity against diseases.
Toxic.
Of or relating to or caused by a poison, poisonous.
Examples:
Toxic molecule. Exposure to toxic chemicals. This chemical compound is 1,000-fold more toxic.
Largely.
Virtually entirely, to a large degree.
Examples:
Largely accepted. Largely mitigate the issue. Nevada is largely a desert state.
Inevitably.
In a manner that cannot be avoided or prevented.
Examples:
Inevitably decline with age. Inevitably reach the consumer. Because of his excellent performance, he will inevitably be promoted.
Fanatical.
Characterized by extreme or excessive devotion or enthusiasm, marked by a relentless, sometimes irrational, dedication or zeal.
Examples:
Fanatical patriotism. Fanatical ideology. The fanatical leader had convinced his followers to follow him blindly, regardless of the consequences.
Ideology.
A set of beliefs or philosophies that an economic or political system is based on.
Examples:
The ideology of the left. Political ideology. Racial equality is an integral part of democratic ideology.
Inspire.
To make somebody feel with the desire, confidence, or enthusiasm, especially to do something creative.
Examples:
Inspire a feeling of curiosity. Inspire him to write a novel. The unique style of this martial arts inspired many action film producers.
Bin.
A container, usually that has a lid and used for waste.
Examples:
A waste bin. Mail bin. You can open the overhead bin after landing.
Laden.
Heavily loaded or burdened.
Examples:
A laden ship. Water-laden soil. The traffic-laden street was gridlocked during rush hour, with cars moving at a snail's pace.
Glance.
To give a quick or brief look, to hit something at an angle.
Examples:
Glance around nervously. Glance at him miserably. I casually glanced into the small hut.
Fashion.
A style that is popular at a particular time or place, the state of being popular.
Examples:
Go out of fashion. New fashion trends. That style is no longer in fashion.
Contest.
A competition in which people compete for supremacy in a sport or other activity, a struggle between rivals.
Examples:
A speech contest. A close contest. There was a vast contest between the two tribes.
Ballroom.
A large room for dancing.
Examples:
Ballroom dance. Ballroom floor. The grand ballroom was filled with twirling couples and the sound of music.
Broadcast.
To send out a program or some information on radio or television.
Examples:
Broadcast a concert. Broadcast a radio ad. Most of the programs are broadcast in this area.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Cult.
A small religious group, especially one that is not part of a larger religion and that is regarded as outside the norm, followers of an exclusive system of beliefs and practices.
Examples:
Cult members. Cult's practices. The cult leader promised his followers that they would achieve enlightenment if they followed his teachings.
Tradition.
A belief, custom, or way of doing something that has been passed down from generation to generation within a group or society.
Examples:
A tradition of a culture. Against tradition. It is a tradition in many families to have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all their relatives.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Junk.
Discarded or unused material or objects, often considered worthless or of little value, also used to describe cheap or poorly made items or food that is high in calories but lacking in nutrition.
Examples:
Junk mail. Hunk of junk. I need to clear out some of the junk in my garage.
Pornography.
Materials such as films, photographs, or written descriptions that depict or describe sexual activity graphically or explicitly, often intended to be sexually arousing.
Examples:
Pornography addiction. Violent pornography. The rise of digital technology has made the sharing of pornography easier than ever before.
Shrug.
To raise your shoulders and then drop them to say you do not know or are not interested.
Examples:
Shrug off the importance. Shrug his shoulders sadly. I respect her ability to shrug off harsh criticism.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone, to identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Alert.
To warn or arouse to a sense of danger. Adjective, paying close attention or being in a state of readiness for action.
Examples:
Alert consumers to the dangers. Alert system. The company's cybersecurity team alerted the CEO to potential threats.
Vector.
A quantity that has both magnitude and direction, often used in mathematics, physics, and engineering to describe forces, velocities, or other physical phenomena. Any agent, person or animal, or microorganism that carries and transmits a disease.
Examples:
Disease vector. A vector operation. The mosquito is a common vector for many diseases, including malaria and Zika.
Threat.
A strong indication or likelihood of harm, danger, or adverse consequences, an expression of intent to inflict harm or injury on someone or something, often made as a means of coercion or intimidation.
Examples:
Economic threat. Environmental threat. The threat of severe weather prompted the city to issue an evacuation warning.
Moral.
Concerned with the principles of what is right and wrong, fairness, honesty, etc.
Examples:
Moral hazard. Moral burden. Ethics deals with moral conduct.
Neutral.
Not helping or assisting either side in a conflict, argument, etc.
Examples:
Permanently neutral country. Neutral colors. A legislative speaker should always be neutral.
Passion.
Intense, driving, or overpowering feeling or conviction.
Examples:
Passion hobby. Passion drive. Her passion for cooking is evident in every dish she prepares.
Annihilate.
To destroy completely, to cause something to cease to exist.
Examples:
Annihilate the enemy. Annihilate all doubts. The virus had the potential to annihilate entire populations if left unchecked.
Encourage.
To give someone support, confidence, or hope, to persuade someone to do or continue to do something by making it easier for them and making them believe it is a good thing to do.
Examples:
encourage a sense of affinity. Encourage antisocial behavior. They encouraged customers with a premium for loyal patronage.
Virulence.
The degree or intensity of a pathogen's ability to cause disease or harm, the strength or power of a negative attribute or quality.
Examples:
aggressive virulence. Infectious virulence. The virulence of the disease caused widespread concern among the population.
Relative.
Considered and evaluated through comparison with something else.
Examples:
a remote relative. Relative factors. Most countries prohibit sexual activity between certain close relatives.
Mutation.
The way in which genes of a person, plant, animal, or other organism change and produce permanent differences.
Examples:
mutation of DNA. Hereditary mutation. Radiation often promotes genetic mutations in plants and animals.